Ditto. My name's Alex Neighbor. I've been with Esface for over 10 years.
My name is Angelo. I've been playing for Esface for 11 years.
My name is Andrew McDow. I've been playing with Team Esface since 8th grade.
My first impression of Alex Neighbor was that he's a tough kid. I've known him since he was in about 5th, 6th grade, so we've always had a relationship, and I knew that I can count on him when things get tough. He doesn't duck away from any type of smoke.
My biggest goal in basketball is obviously to play in the NBA, be the best version of myself. Esface helped that in so many different ways. Working on the fundamentals, skills, being athletic, how to play basketball the right way, and most importantly, the mental side of it. Having a good attitude, being a good teammate, how to deal with loss and failure, and how to overcome obstacles that are in your way. When I was younger, I used to be kind of a hothead. Esface grew my character and my discipline and strengthened my mental fortitude.
The growth of Alex Neighbor has been a good one in regards to his leadership qualities. We've had multiple outside conversations. He's always willing to be receptive. I'm tough on him because he's a point guard and that's the position I played. I really wanted him to understand that the point guard position sometimes could be the hardest when it comes to making sure the team is doing the right things. His growth as a leader has boosted up. He's been locked in. Happy to see his transition from the beginning to now as well.
And I'm grateful to have been a big part of his career because I had the chance to coach his class since he was like in probably 4th, 5th grade. I was his coach all the way through about 8th grade. I've been really involved with seeing him grow. I've had the chance to work with him in a one-on-one environment, also small groups, and just see his work ethic, see his attitude, and I'm real proud of him. There's one thing about Alex that I respect is he's one of the hardest workers that I've witnessed, honestly, because he's a guy who really is not afraid to sacrifice sleep, to wake up extremely early, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock a.m., to get workouts in before school. He's a guy who will work on the late night. He's just always in the gym. He ended up being like the face of Esface on the flyers because of how out there he was. He was just a guy who everyone loved because really he loved and fell in love with the process of getting better.
I won't lie, I joined Esface because my cousin Alex Neighbor. The family aspects, how they made you tough, how they just really developed basketball players. He just brought all of that up to me.
Angelo, he's a really hard worker. He has tenacity when it comes to getting rebounds. He gets after it, he pays attention. So I was excited to be able to coach that once I knew it. I really wanted to work on his overall game and how I could help.
I'd say my biggest goal in basketball is to be the best player that I'm physically possible being. I don't have a certain limit of what level I want to play at, but I just really want to kind of reach my full potential in the sport. Esface helped me with that. There's nothing like this program really to me, or just anywhere. It makes you want to work hard. It gives you grit, it gives you determination. They teach you this, at least for me, since the 3rd grade. And having this instilled in me at such a young age is helping me become my best self in basketball.
From Angelo's case, overall expanding his skill set has been his growth. We all know him from scoring in the paint, dunking, rebounding. It was being able to make the mid-range, take a couple catch and shoots. So I've seen that growth in these last couple months especially.
When he first was introduced, he didn't really know how to play basketball. He was really raw, he was new to the game. So we were really starting him at an elementary level in terms of helping him build a strong foundation. Vision for him was always help him play high school basketball. And we surrounded him with our whole coaching staff that had diverse strengths and abilities. So I'm really happy to see him his last year at Sarah High School where he was a starter, he was a dominant guy. I think he's going to be a crucial part of our team in South Carolina. Angelo is not going to be afraid of anyone he faces, going to battle with him, and that's, I would go to war with him.
I joined Esface probably about 5 years ago. I was just trying to challenge myself at the time. I wanted to play on a team that had a good reputation and where I could challenge myself and be pushed by the other players.
First impression of Andrew is that the kid can score. I've seen him score at 3 different levels. He's able to be crafty. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Manu Ginobili's lefty.
The thing I like the most about it is how it's always prepared me for the next level. Like with 8th grade, going into high school, they really prepared me for high school basketball, and I was able to play as a freshman on varsity and have a really successful high school career. But then coming into college prep, I feel ready to go compete at the college level.
Outside of being just a knockdown shooter, I'd say, and a lefty southpaw, unorthodox, he also is a guy who can get downhill. So over the years, he's really been working on his ability to attack the rim, be aggressive, and really play with a little grit on both ends of the floor. Because historically, he was not the guy who was more aggressive. He was more of a shooter, and he would kind of avoid contact, but he really has changed that, and now you're seeing this guy go towards the contact and play aggressively and add that other dimension to his game.
I love Esface's culture, you know, the brotherhood, the family they teach. They really embed a sort of playing for your teammates, you know, and I think it's really important and can be lost in traditional AAU basketball. And so, you know, it's a brotherhood, this team that we have, it's a family, and we go out there for each other. And I think it's very vital.
I know everyone says it, and it just seems like people just say it, but it's so real. Everyone here loves you. It's just a different culture. Your team is your family when you're on the court, when you're off the court. I made so many great friends through this program. The coaches too, they've been there. They were just nice to me. They were just great people, and they kind of helped raise me in a way.
Basketball is a lot bigger than just a game.
There's a reason kids are staying with Esface from 3rd grade to 12th grade, and that's because of the community we've built.
I think that's something that's really special to me is I know like 40 years down the line, I'll still have a family with the Esface community.
People always told me I couldn't just get by playing basketball just through like my hustle and grit. And people told me I couldn't go play at a Dub Cal school. People told me I couldn't go play in college, and then now I'm doing all of those.